This is my baby father, Jaleel Scott. I'm here to place him on child support for our child, Emery II.
You mad at him?
A little bit.
Oh, okay. Why you mad at him?
He's claiming that he only makes $40,000 a year when I know he makes well over that, and he's not taking care of our child.
Okay.
And it started off one night, we were bar hopping. I'm a bartender.
Okay.
And, you know, things got carried away.
What do you mean by things got carried away?
How little Emery was made.
Oh. Well, I don't need those details, but...
You know, he didn't believe that it was his child.
Oh.
Welcome back to Judge Bench, where real cases meet real consequences. If you enjoy courtroom drama, sharp judgments, and raw emotions, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a verdict. Today, we bring you a straightforward but emotionally charged child support case, Golden versus Scott, filed as case number JVB 1040, the Golden case. A young mother, Ms. Golden, comes before the court to place her child's father, Jaleel Scott, on child support. She claims he's not providing for their child and is underreporting his income. The courtroom opens with her frustration evident as she insists Mr. Scott makes well over the $40,000 he claims on paper. Ms. Golden recounts how their relationship began. She's a bartender, and the two connected one night while bar hopping. As she puts it, things got carried away. She became pregnant, but Mr. Scott initially denied the child was his. Despite several DNA tests confirming his paternity,
offered me a drink, talking about, you could take one. I'm like, I'm trying to be sober tonight. You know, I'm trying to go home and, you know, kick it with the boys, play some dominoes and spades, you know. But, you know, I said, why not, you know. I took one, then, you know, what happened. One turned into another, then another. Then next thing I know, I wake up the next morning, she in my bed. I'm like, how you get here?
Oh.
Yeah. But, you know, I just don't like the way she did it.
Okay. I understand. You want to apologize to him?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like no apologies will be happening today.
And it's revealed that despite Mr. Scott's claims of only earning $42,000 a year, social media tells a different story. Ms. Golden claims he flaunts large amounts of money online, even throwing cash in strip clubs, suggesting unreported income. She wants the court to see through what she calls a financial illusion. Mr. Scott then has his turn. He admits the encounter was unplanned. It happened during Super Bowl weekend. He was just trying to enjoy the night with friends when Ms. Golden, in his words, bamboozled him with a drink.
You'd agree with me, right?
I guess so.
Okay. All right. So Emery, you say she's on Medicaid, and I heard you mention something about $40,000.
Yes.
What is wrong with that? Because he turned in some tax returns, and it actually says $42,000, so it's more than 40.
And it's more than that.
How do you know?
$48,000 all over his social media, flaunting money at the strip clubs.
Oh, okay.
Where is this extra income coming from?
First
Sir,
of all,
it ain't that $42,000 that you're claiming.
I'm actually asking the questions here, but I asked the same question. Where is this extra income coming from, sir?
I don't know where she getting that from. I'm a barber. My money is inconsistent.
When asked about his income, Mr. Scott defends his $42,000 claim, stating he's a barber with inconsistent earnings. As for the flashy photos on social media, he says that money wasn't his, it belonged to his friends. In short, the judge calls out both parties for playing games. She calls it bamboozling, suggesting they both misled each other in different ways. Now comes the moment of truth. Based on his filed tax returns, the court calculates his gross income at $3,500 per month. That leaves a net income of $2,150 because Mr. Scott has one other child, and the current baby, Emery, is on Medicaid. The court must also factor in Medicaid reimbursement. The judge breaks it down. Child support for one. Child based on the income provided is $472 per month. Additionally, 9% of the gross income, or $315, is ordered to be reimbursed to Medicaid. That brings Mr. Scott's total monthly obligation to $787.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to order you to pay child support. So at $42,000, that makes his gross $3,500 a month, which brings your net down to $2,950.42. Do you have any other children, Mr. Scott?
I got one other child.
One other child, okay. Did that mom bamboozle? I'm kidding. Okay, so one other child, that brings your child support obligation to $472. And Medicaid I'm only allowed to take up to 9% of your gross. So 9% of that $3,500 will be $315. So your monthly obligation total is $780.
Both parties nod. Judge Vaughn asks if Mr. Scott has any questions, and then directly challenges him. Will he be a part of Emery's life? Mr. Scott replies, I got to. That's my DNA. It's a small but meaningful acknowledgement. The judge urges both parents to be cordial for the sake of the child. The case ends with a reminder from Judge Vaughn that if Ms. Golden can prove Mr. Scott earns more than what he reported, she's welcome to return to court. For now, however, the court can only rule based on verified documentation. In the judge's closing commentary, she emphasizes the court's limitations. Despite suspicions about underreported income, tax records were the only concrete evidence presented. That's the standard the court must follow. Ultimately, it's a reminder that while feelings and social media may suggest one thing, legal outcomes are driven by paperwork and proof. Thanks for watching this episode on Judge Bench. We hope it gave you insight into how the child support system works and how both emotion and evidence play roles in the courtroom. If you like this breakdown and want more real-life courtroom stories and analysis, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss our next case. See you next time, only on Judge Bench.